Yo guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are filming in a different background, quite clearly, because we have been trying to film a Q&A all morning.
Ages, yep.
And Lake did not want us to film it, so we've actually had to show it over to my mum so she can watch the kids, whilst we answer the questions that you guys want to know about our engagement.
If you don't know, we are now engaged. You probably would have seen, because if you follow me on social media, I did not shut up about it.
And if you follow me, I also did shout about it quite a lot as well.
No,
so.
not as much as me, I would say.
No, definitely not as much as you, but if you follow either of us, you probably know.
And if you haven't seen it, make sure to check out the video where Kate proposed to me. We absolutely love the video. Now we're just gonna get into the questions about the actual proposal, our plans for the future, and the wedding.
I'm actually gonna break down into two different questions,
okay,
but it's still like the same question. And it's, did you have any idea I was gonna propose? And the two questions I'm going to break it down into is, did you have any idea in the weeks building up to it? And the other question, did you have any idea on the day? Did you think today, oh my goodness, I know it's going to happen today? That's right. The two questions.
Okay, so my birthday, it was actually a week after the proposal, and on the weeks before, Case has been like really suspicious. But he did say though, like, you can't come and see this, you can't come in here, I'm doing something for your birthday. So he was saying that he was doing a surprise for my birthday, and we've always spoke about like getting engaged and things in the past, and I always knew that he would never propose on my birthday and then on Christmas. So I knew that he was doing something for my birthday, or that's what I kind of thought that he was doing anyway. So it didn't really cross my mind that he was going to propose. And the same thing on the day, I did not think of it, like it just didn't really cross my mind, so no.
When are you going to get married? Which, this is a tricky one, it's still up in the air and we don't know. Like we've always said that once we get engaged, we don't want to like hold off and wait for ages. Like that's one reason that I waited until now to propose. So I was like, yeah, we're ready to get married. We would ideally like to do it next summer.
Next summer, yeah.
That would be our perfect time. However, with COVID and the way that we want to get married, I don't think next year is much of a viable option, is it?
No, unfortunately. So I think, well, we don't know, because basically where we're at the moment, we are contacting wedding planners and we are actually arranging to go and see the venue. But it's looking like it's going to be on summer of 2022. I feel like...
sounds so long away.
It does, it sounds like forever.
But let me just throw another question which we've got into the mix whilst we're answering this one.
Yeah.
Which is, where are you going to get married? That is another reason that we can't do it next year, really.
All my family and all my friends are in Brazil. And Kate is from England, so all your family and all your friends are here. But
so we thought we'd make it really easy and make it hard for everyone.
So we want to get married in
Italy.
Which I've always dreamed of getting married in this specific place. Like I always knew I wanted to get married abroad. I didn't want like a traditional wedding, and there's this one place in Italy which is just breathtaking. And I'm actually Italian as well. I've got a dual citizenship. I feel like it might be even easier. I don't actually know because I haven't really looked too much into it.
Just wait quick, is it smudged?
Yep. But have a guess and comment down below, where in Italy do you think we're gonna get married? Basically the plan at the moment is that we're gonna go and visit the venues hopefully in April next year. I feel like things change very quickly, like every week, but hopefully we'll have the green light to be able to go and see the venues in person next year. But we are wedding planning at the moment, which is really exciting though, because next year we're gonna be a full-on wedding mode.
Right, the next question is another one which is directly for you, which the question is, did you ever go through a phase where you thought, is he ever going to propose to me? Or when is he going to propose to me? Or I don't think he's ever going to propose to me.
100%. Well, to be honest, I feel like we're just very open with each other. Like we always spoke about it and we always kind of knew that it was going to happen. But I definitely did think like, okay, when? But to be honest, like, I didn't actually have that much time to be like really thinking about it, because we've been very busy. Like especially the last few years, we've had Harlow, we had Lake, and we always said that we wanted to full on like enjoy those moments and not like just rush into things straight away.
And we've been like moving through houses and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
Our life's sort of been like a bit of a whirlwind. Like there's always things going on.
Yeah, I don't think I really had the time to actually think. And it's just something that like you always said, like just because you're together for a long time, it doesn't mean that you have to get married or that you have to propose straight away, you know?
Yeah, so one thing that I've always said, although it sort of sounds just like an excuse of like why I'd never propose and stuff, and I still stand by it now, which is, if you're gonna get married, then you're planning to spend the rest of your lives together. So there's no rush to do it because you're going to be together for the rest of your lives anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't think there should have been any pressure on me, although maybe I felt a little bit.
But there shouldn't be pressure on anyone.
Yeah, but I don't feel like anyone should feel under pressure that
No.
they've got to propose at a certain time or a certain way, anything like that. If you're going to spend the rest of your lives together, it doesn't matter when you do it. The next question is actually for me, and I'm going to throw two questions in just so I can answer them at the same time, which is, how did you decide on the ring, and did I personally make the ring? I didn't personally make the ring, firstly, but it was a personally made ring. Like, I didn't go into a shop and choose a ring. My dad's best friend from school is actually a jeweler, so I met up with him quite a lot of times, which I had to keep making up excuses to go meet him.
So as soon as we got married, he was telling me like all
as soon as we got married?
As soon as we got engaged, he was telling me all these little like loopholes. And apparently once when I went food shopping, he actually turned off all the security system and cameras.
Just because we get notifications on our phones when like people knock at the door and stuff like that, so I was like, switch it all off just in case.
And he actually met with him when I was food shopping. I still find it actually mind-blowing and crazy because
he came around that day. That was the day that he had the ring and he had the diamond and stuff that was going into it, and he was like, is this everything you want? I'm going to put it together. And I was like, yeah,
and then apparently
that's the one.
once he went to pump my tires, but he was actually going to meet him because you actually met him quite a few times.
Yeah, I think I met him like 4 or 5 times.
Diamond.
We had like 5 different options on rings. The first ring is so different. They were all amazingly beautiful rings.
Oh, well, like bless you, like you went through all of that.
I feel like the one that I got in the end is definitely my favourite, and it's your mum's favourite as well, because I was sending her all the options of rings as well. And then I was like, look, I think this is the one I'm going with. And she was like, that is the best one ever. I love it. So I was like, yeah. This question sort of is answered in the proposal video, but obviously there's a lot of things happening in that video. So let's just narrow it down to this question because a lot of people have asked. Was you confused that you had to dress up to go to the drive-in cinema?
I feel like the reason why I didn't suspect on anything is because we got an email saying about a press night which was going to be for the drive-in cinema. And then this email actually came from like a legit PR company.
An actual PR guy that we know as well.
Yeah, so it's not like he was just coming out of nowhere. And to be honest, like, we're quite used to going to like premieres and like, you know, events where you have to dress up. It did say on the event like, you know, dress code and all that, so it just doesn't seem very weird because it was like a press night. When I actually saw the email, I said, okay, so like, I just can't really be bothered to be dressed up to watch a movie. And honestly, if it wasn't for you wearing a suit and like I was texting Saf like, oh my gosh, like,
because Saf also got an invite to the press event.
Yeah, and she was telling me she was wearing like a long dress, and I thought, Jesus, like I can't just turn up in like jeans. That was the reason why I was like so dressed up. Like Case actually, you know, helped me choose. It was a
master plan basically.
Yeah, like he thought about everything.
I knew that you would want to be dressed up for something like this, and I knew how to get you dressed up without making you get dressed up.
Like, I actually had trackers in the bag and a hoodie because I said to him like, as soon as we go in there, because apparently we were meant to like take a picture, so after we go and take the picture for the press night, then I'm just gonna get dressed and show my comfies because I just can't really be bothered. So I'm actually really glad I did.
How long did it take you to organise the event? From actually making the contact with Tully's farm to the proposal, I think there was about 5 weeks, but I'd been planning it in my head for like a year, or like different ideas on how I was going to do it, and like if I was going to do it abroad, if I was going to do it in the UK. Like I did spend about a year throwing around different ideas in my head and trying to work out what I was going to do and how I was going to do it. Do you have a dress in mind, or like an exact dress that you know you want?
So I actually know exactly the dress I want, but the thing is I haven't really seen it anyway, but I know exactly, like if I close my eyes I can literally see the dress that I want to have on the day. But the thing is a lot could change as well. We've got a year and a half. We've got like a year and a half, so we'll see what happens. I just feel like we are about to get into this like wedding journey, and we are gonna, you know, share with you guys as we go along. Like I said, like the next step now is to go to Italy, visit the venue. We've got plenty of time.
The next question is about your ring.
Yep.
And how much was it?
I don't know. I know details about it, and I know that we are very specific. And bless him, he was like really telling me for like all these different diamond categories, because apparently they're all divided into, what is it?
It's like D, E, F, like how shiny the diamonds are basically.
Yeah,
so
and I just know that you got me.
She knows details, but she doesn't know how much it actually was.
Yeah, all I know is
just gonna keep it like that.
I don't know much about it, but I know the details about it.
Right guys, that does conclude the video. Make sure to stick any more questions down below, because we will be doing a wedding Q&A as well. Probably not in the next few weeks, but in the future, and we will come back to this video to look at any questions that we missed in the proposal as well. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss that video in the future and any other videos.
Also make sure to follow us on our socials, because like I said, I haven't stopped talking about it, and I'm sure we're gonna share more details as we go along.
Yeah,
Thank
smash
you
that
guys
thumbs
so much
up,
for watching.
and we'll see you in another video very, very soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.